white cells, but yet there are these structures that emerge just as a feature of the dynamics of the system. And so it is, we think, with space in the universe, that there's just a discrete, just this discrete hypergraph, and features of that hypergraph represent all the things that exist in the universe, all the electrons and particles and energy and all those kinds of things. That's a little bit, in a sense, disappointing, because in a sense, when we work out how much of the activity of the universe is involved with the maintenance of the structure of space versus being involved with all the things we care about, all the electrons and protons and all those kinds of things, it seems like it's maybe about 1 part in 10 to the 120 is the stuff we care about, and the other, all the other parts in the 10 to the 120 are all just to do with the maintenance of the structure of space. Okay, so how does that's sort of the structure of space? How does space, what happens in space? What is the progression of time? So in our way of thinking about things, time is a process of computation. What's happening as time progresses is that this hypergraph is being progressively rewritten. There are rules that say, for example, if you see a piece of hypergraph that looks like this, rewrite it to one that looks like that. And all the time, all over the universe, this is what's happening. There's this structure, this hypergraph that represents space, and that structure is being continuously rewritten. And that progressive rewriting is the progress of time. And that kind of, this particular model of sort of the irreducible progress of time, this phenomenon of computational irreducibility that I mentioned before, is something that is fundamental to the progression of time. That also explains how thermodynamics works and a bunch of other things. That there's this kind of notion of computational progress is the progress of time. Well, so the first thing you might say is, okay, that's great, but how can that possibly be right? We've known since